Alright. Front seal on the transmission is also blown. As you can see, I've got a screwdriver wedged in here. I'm trying to take the front drive shaft off. And things aren't going well. Normally, it takes a Torx bit, but the bolt's rusted out on the inside. So I'm trying to get it off the inside. And the clearance is so little that I can't get a socket on it. I think I broke it free. Well, not enough clearance. So let's try this piece of shit again. Nope, it's stripped. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do now. Fuck's sake, I may have to go to a goddamn pair of vice grips and replace the bolt later. Alright, as you can see, these are 12 point, so we're going to use an ugly 6 point. Let's see if I can break these loose. I got one bolt left on the front, I can't get it undone. That ain't gonna work. I'm going from a 13 to a half. I may very well have to weld a bolt onto that fucking other front one that I couldn't get undone, because it's stripped on the inside. This is where you gotta watch yourself. You fucking cut your arm or something under here. Well, I guess Hillary's out of the fucking race with her fucking email gate. Just can't trust them fucking Clintons. They always up to some bullshit. Oh, the other thing is I put it in neutral and I blocked the front wheels so it can't run over me. Which is really important to think about. All this because the stupid fucking vacuum line fucking came undone on its own. Ah, you motherfucker. Well, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to use the ratchet. I probably should have taken that motherfucker out first. Let's tighten. We want to loosen. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is don't put your face directly under the drive shaft, because when it comes down, you don't want it dropping in your face. Ah, fuck, the wind's blowing. Shit in my eyes. Well, I tell you what, this ain't gonna be a long fucking day today. Alrighty. There, see? I'm trapped now. So let me pull these 4 bolts out. And get my ass extricated. Alright, worst case, now I can pull the transfer case. Alright. Since I can't get that one bolt out on the front drive shaft, we're going to use a 5/16. Are you fucking serious? Hell yeah, you're fucking serious. Yep, I'm gonna have to do this by wrench. Be back. Alright, back at it. Now, since I don't have a long 5/16, I'm using 2 wrenches. Little old school tricks of the ways. Alright. Coppers are chasing somebody. But since I got her blocked, I'm going to loosen these up as much as I can. Now the plan is when I take this cross member out, that drive shaft will drop down. And hopefully I can get it out of the way so I can get this fucking heavy ass pig whatchamacallit, transfer case and get that separately. I'll probably leave it in place, the cross member, until I get the transfer case out. Leave it to Ford. They have to fucking do the goddamn 12-point. I don't know why they gotta be so fucking stupid about shit. Oh, another couple answers to some questions. People ask me why I don't use air tools. Because this is one of those vehicles where the motto is, let's see how much shit we can cram into a tiny fucking space. So the average fucking Joe doesn't try to work on it himself and has to take it to the dealer. But I guarantee you, this being so old, the dealer wouldn't even touch it. Because they'd say, oh, we don't make parts for that anymore. And dealers don't buy parts from Advanced Auto Parts and O'Reilly's and the places I buy parts from. See how that works? Just gives you an extension, gives you a little more leverage. I think this is as far as I'm going to go today. Joe's being his dickhead self. Plus his daughter's here. It's fucking damn near 60 degrees here Fahrenheit. You think he'd be out working on his truck or working on his fucking Kia or whatever the fuck it is? Fuck no. He's gonna hide in the house because there's work out here. If he was out here, he might have to get out of his fucking captain's chair and hunt me up some fucking wrenches. That solves the front drive shaft temporarily. So the transfer case, I'll have to come back to clear it, which unbolts right here. There should be 4 or 5 bolts there. Then a jack under here. Undo those after I unplug everything and pull it back and drop it down. Still don't know what I'm going to do about that front part of that drive shaft, but doesn't really matter because I don't have to take it out now.